Hey, this is JD FIA. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create your own runs on top of diminished 7 chords. I'm going to show you a formula that you can use that I realized that helped me out when it comes to creating these runs. Alright, so I'm going to show you this, what I'm doing here. So let's go ahead and start right into it. What we're talking about here, we're talking about anytime we're playing a diminished 7 chord. That's just a group of minor thirds on top of each other. In this instance, I'm playing the D flat diminished 7 chord. I have a D flat, E, G, and B flat. Alright? I'm using this chord as a passing chord between a C major chord and a D minor chord, going from a 1 chord to a 2 chord in the key of C. So instead of me going from a 1 chord, waiting, and then going to a 2 chord, I'm using this diminished 7 chord as a passing chord. So I'm saying, and it kind of gives me a progression to kind of keep moving. Alright? And you can go on with the rest of the song. Alright? So, purpose of this video is to show you how anytime you play this chord, you can see, you'll be able to see different runs real quick that you could do on top of this chord. Alright, so let's just talk about jump right into it and talk about the diminished chord itself and the function of what a diminished chord does. Alright, so if you remember back in chorus or something like that, you remember they used to say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So we're looking at the C major scale. We have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Alright, T is going to be 7, do is going to be 1. Alright, the T-do relationship is a half step. Alright, and we also know that anytime we by playing, we know that the 7th chord in any scale, the 7th chord is by function of a diminished chord. We can play a regular diminished chord. We can play a half diminished 7, or we can play a fully diminished 7. All right, but it's a diminished chord. It's that 7 chord, and it always wants to go to the 1 chord. Right? So we always have a T-do relationship. Anytime you play a diminished 7 chord, you have a T-do relationship. You can create a T-do relationship. So that's how come you can always you can use it as a passing chord. So just like, for example, if I wanted to go from C major to A minor, keep it simple, C major to A minor, right? Or I come down, C major down here to A minor, I can use the A flat diminished 7 as a passing chord to get the A, because it's a T-do relationship, T-do. The goal is to create T-do relationships. So I can say, I created a T-do. Alright? If I go, just one more quick example for a T-do. If I want to go from the 1 to the 3, alright? Instead of going from the 1 to the 3, or going from the 1 to E minor, I can say 1, alright? T-do. T-do relationship. Alright, so now that we're clear on the diminished 7 chord, at least that's why we can play a diminished 7 chord right here to get to here. Alright, so the general rule is anytime you play a diminished chord, you can always run the major scale that it comes from in your right hand. So I can play a B diminished chord and run a C major scale, because that's the T for do. You know, B major is the 7 for, B diminished is the 7 for C major. So I can run C major scale on top of that. Alright, more than likely we're going to be playing a B diminished 7. Alright, so if I play a D flat diminished chord, that's a T for D major, so I can run D major on top of that. Alright, now that's not really very interesting, but where it gets interesting is when you look at this diminished 7 chord, in all actuality, what you have is 4 different T-dos going on. You have a T-do going on between D flat and D. You have a T-do going on between E and F. You have a T-do going on between G and A flat. and then you have a T-Do relationship between B flat and B. So what that means is we have 4 different T-Dos going on, T and Dos. We have 4 different 7 and 1s going on. So we got 4 different scales that we can run on top of this. So, and remember, we can run the major scale that it comes from. So we have, I can run the D major scale because this, the D flat is a T for D flat, it's a 7 for D. I can run the F major scale because E is a 7 for F. I can run an A flat major scale because G is a 7 for A flat. And I can run a B major scale because B flat is a 7 for B. Alright, so let me let you hear that in context. First I like to run the A flat major scale. Alright, so now you're not gonna start on A flat and run it like that, of course not. It's not gonna sound right. But what you're gonna do is first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna want to sound out your key. So right now we're in the key of C. So I'm gonna play the 1, 2, 3 of C just to get the ears used to hearing C. Alright? So I can say C. Alright, what I did there was I took the A flat major scale. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Since I was already here, I started on a 3 of the scale, man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2 of A flat. And then back down. Alright? Now the only thing is you're gonna want to jump out of that scale by hitting one of the notes in the key that you're playing. So therefore I came back down to get back in C, and that's gonna set me up for the 2. So let me do it again. Alright. I can also run D major because I have a T-Do relationship right between D flat and D. So I can run D major scale. So I'll pick out notes from that scale. Just random notes. 4 or 5 notes is all you need. So you got just ran it backwards. And you can keep it simple as you want to. What's happening is you got all kind of flat intervals, sharp intervals, you know, upper extension notes going on here, and it's making it very interesting. That's running D major. All right. I can also run. Let's run F major. All right. So we got. Just took a couple of notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of F major. Walked it back down. So you got just something like that works. It just kind of gets you out of the normal, gives you something to do. The whole point is you want to have something to do when you get a chance. All right, so this time I run B major because I got a T-Do relationship between B flat and B. So. I just ran B to the B major scale, ran it backwards. So, yeah, came down to the D to get back in key. So you just want to work yourself back in key. When I say work it, the best way to work yourself back in key is stay, you know, one of the, you know, I usually try to stick on the one, whatever key I'm in. I try to stick the chord I'm playing, coming from. I don't know, there's really no rule. Just stay within the note. You don't really want to, especially if you're playing I Love You Lord Today or something like that. You don't want to be like, I love you, Lord, I love you, out of key. You know what I mean? So you just want to make sure you end on the original melody. But for that brief time, you got a little time to do something. Get in and get out. That's the pretty much phrase to it. Okay. Making up a riff off A flat. Alright, and then another diminished. Alright, so I hope that helped. Just remember, take that diminished 7 chord, whatever key you in, anytime you play one, and look to run. Alright, thank you. Hope that helps.